Okay, this is my latest machine. I thrifted it at the Goodwill today. The price was $9.95. I believe it is an Elna. It is Swiss made. The closest I can come to the date is 1970. It came with a hard case. It came with the foot pedal. Here's the first part of the case. The second part of the case becomes the table. So it has a free arm. And this is the second part of the case. And without that, it has a free arm. It also has a drop-in bobbin system. So this really surprised me. But this is a Elna, I believe, Elna Supermatic 62C. I will be investigating it further. But I went to the Goodwill today and I saw a man looking at it, and he was just having a time trying to get this sewing machine back in the case. And he had his hands full of stuff, and I said, "Sir, do you want to use my cart?" And he said, no, thank you, ma'am. And I said, "Sir, that looks really heavy, and if you want my cart," I said, "you can have my cart, because my friend's right over there, and I can just run over there where she is and put my stuff in her cart." And he said, "Okay, thank you, ma'am." So I helped him get the machine back in the case. I gave him my cart so he could take the machine up to the register, and I had to leave because my car was at the getting serviced, and I had to go back and pick my car up. So anyway, the man says to the lady at the cashier, he said, "I'm going to go plug this in and see if it works." So, me and my friend, we were out there, and I kept expecting that man to come out carrying the sewing machine, and I never saw him come out. And I thought, well, that's weird. So my friend says to me, "Let's go back by there on the way home when we get your car. Let's go back by there and see if the man bought the machine," because I didn't even know what the price was on the machine. So I said, okay. So we went back, and I looked where the machine was, and the machine was gone. So I'm going up to the front, and I look where they have the glass case where they put the more expensive things. Y'all, I want you to see how nice and white this machine is. It really doesn't look dirty or anything. It's got this up here, I think, for the cams. I have to study it. I'm not familiar with the Elna, I'm sorry, not the Elma. But anyway, her name is going to be Ellie the Elna. And I am going to put something on this case so I don't scratch her taking this on and off. But the way the case, it's a really hard case. And the sewing machine goes in it like that. And then when you take it apart, this part of the case flips over and it goes on to the free arm, so you have a table to sew on. Anyway, that's all I know about it so far, but when I went back and I saw that the machine was still there, I said, well, that machine must not work. So I got it, and I went and I plugged it in and I checked it out, and this thing runs like a champ. So I brought it up there, and I told the lady I was going to buy it, and I said, "What happened to the man who was going to buy it? Why didn't he buy it?" And she said, "I don't have any idea why he didn't buy it, but I guess it's your lucky day." So $9.95 for this Elna. I will be researching it, and I will be trying it out. It has the drop-in bobbin. I think the cams go here. It has 2 spool pins, From what I can tell, I guess everything seems to work fine and move fine. It's very smooth. Just goes up and down, very smooth. It's got the red dots on it where you put the oil. I guess that's where you wind the bobbin. Anyway, I'm going to be doing some research on this, but this is the story. We're going to call her Ellie the Elna, and as far as I know, she's from 1970, and she is in good shape. I'll be printing out a manual, and I'll be seeing what I can find out about her. All right, y'all, this has been Nana with So It Seems, and I will see you Thursday night at 9 p.m. to show you what all I've thrifted this week. Ellie will be among the thrift, but I couldn't wait. I had to show this to you guys because I think it's pretty cool. But I definitely need to work on this because I don't want her bed getting scratched up. And this looks like it had something on it to keep it from getting scratched up. And it looks like it kind of wore off. It's like a green case. Now, they have an Elna that's a grasshopper, but this is not the grasshopper. This is the blue and white one. The case looks like the grasshopper, but on the grasshopper, the whole case goes flat. So I think maybe they have the free arm model, which is this one, and the other one I think is a flat bed model because her whole case becomes a big flat bed. Okay, this is Nana with So It Seems. Take care. See you next time.